Hi there, traders. This is Brad Gilbert with the FX Market Insight for Wednesday, the 29th of January. All right, just having a few issues with the site, but that won't stop me giving you a bit of an update here because there's a few things sort of rolling around now. The main thing here, risk currency steady as investors assess virus fallouts. Now, what you usually get with these events is the initial the initial news, currencies start to move a bit. You get a little bit of shock somewhere, and then it stabilizes. So now the market's sort of waiting to see if this escalates or not, and it's really dominating the whole framework, across all currency pairs. So if I just bring you across to, actually, let me just give you a look at the charts, and you can have a good look here at what everything's doing. All right, let me just get the pen on. And then we can start to piece together what's sort of happening. So the Aussie dollar still trickling lower. We're starting to get some resistance levels building up on the top side. To me, this pair is going down. Now, we had some CPI data today, slightly better than expected, but you know what? This thing isn't moving anywhere, especially with this coronavirus stuff still going on. Kiwi still drifting lower, but as you can see here across the, say, Aussie, Kiwi, dollar yen, euro, and sterling, and the opposite for dollar CAD, everything's stalled and just come back a little bit from what was happening yesterday. So it tells me the market is sort of waiting for a bit more of an update. Now, out of these pairs, though, euro has got a nice sort of downtrend going at the moment. Sterling, a bit harder to call because of the big ranges it's having. And dollar CAD just having a pause, but it seems to be set for a bit more topside action there as well. So a bit of a hard one. Now, what I want to do is just bring you across to the risk on, risk off page and just give you a bit of a look here so you can sort of isolate where the activity is and what's happening. So if you just have a look at this page now, the key components to this, obviously US equity markets, okay, pretty positive, okay, so no massive things. There was some really good consumer confidence numbers that came out yesterday as well. So the US economy still seems to be ticking away. The yen crosses. Now, this is where you would see a sea of red if the risk-off situation was on, and it'd be a sea of green if risk-on was the play, and vice versa. So Asian equity markets, as you can see, have stabilized, having a little bit of a bounce-back day, and that's probably going to flow on through the rest of the currency pairs. Metals down here. Well, gold's off a little bit, but not much. Okay, so that just tells me what's going on. If I look at the correlation matrix, let me just clear the screen a bit there. Correlation matrix, you can still see where the high correlating features are. So the S&P mini, and you're looking at dollar yen, basically the yen crosses. So the risk on, risk off sort of currency, which would be the yen, and then you throw on the other yen crosses. They're the pairs for me to be really focusing on. Right, you want to keep a very close eye on those. They are moving. Obviously, you got oil in there moving around as well, but that's where the action is. So there's not much more to do. Now, just clear that screen. Now, if I just bring you back to the FX Market Insight, just having a look here where the key data is coming out. Now, as I mentioned, the Aussie CPI numbers a little bit better than expected. I saw the currency trickle up about 3 or 4 or 5 points, and that was it. Right. So to me, the numbers there are not working today, as the major issue is in the Asian session, of course. Keep an eye on those nation house prices out of the UK. But of course, the main data, the main impacting thing, this is the biggest event in the market for all markets, is the federal interest rate meeting, right? So no change in the target rate expected. So it's all going to come down to wording of the statement, see if there's anything weird in there. To me, the economy is going quite well. Trump's impeachment is sort of simmering away. It's stopped Trump probably blasting the Fed. So we'll have to see what happens there, but no change expected. It is a big event, so just be wary of it. That's where the focus will be for all traders over the next 16 hours. All right, guys, that's it from me. Have a good trade day. Just keep an eye on the numbers. Look for those opportunities with the pairs that do have direction, and that's where the cash is. All right, guys, have a good one. Cheerio.